Projects kick off.
Fantastic, and there we go. Couldn't have said it better myself. Miyake getting things underway down to Jennings. The Bascik Metro Premier Final underway here at the Apollo Project Stadium. Meffin on the charge. Meffin runs it hard past halfway. Marist Albion with the ball in hand. Starting nicely, strong run from the number 8. And they use Zach Healy. Phillips to Healy, beautiful offload to Viamato. Now they go to Shun Miyake, the first 5. Very dangerous player, of course. Made his way into the Canterbury NPC squad this year. Once again, now they go wide, and it is Healy.
No.
Healy in the number 4 jumper. Back they go to Galan. Galan running hard, some staunch defence there. And it is turned over from the Linwood Bull side, who force a knock on. Some nice physicality, some nice ball running play there from Marist, but also Linwood certainly aiming up defensively, Scotty.
100%. Linwood's goal will be to slow Marist ball down. A lot of offloads started ready from Marist. That's the way they're going to play. If they get front foot ball, they're going to be a hard team to stop. Good start by both sides here. We're happy with that start.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, both teams will just be feeling each other out in terms of getting a real feel for the game. Obviously, they're on a different stage. A lot of them, of course, have played here before. Here we go, Horn! There's certainly a slightly different spectacle for them here. Maybe a slightly bigger crowd.
100%. Both teams have been here before the last couple of years. The key thing is the Marist scrum has been a big improvement this year, so they're a good set piece to start from here.
Yeah, and it's had to be. It's had to improve, and that is a very solid scrum so far. Marist Albion with the first scrum. That's beautiful play out. They go to Elliot Smith. He's taken in a nice tackle by PJ Palamo. Phillips heads towards the centre of the field. It is Gus Farnan up beyond the 22-metre line. Phillips now with the ball. And they go to Regan Pratt. Regan Pratt, definitely an improved front row this year, which has been a solid base for Marist Albion. And I like what you're saying, Scotty, just in terms of a lot of these guys have had finals experience, as we talked about earlier in 2023 and 2024. And tackle here a chance, Marist Albion, some nice attacking play, chance potentially for points here, Scotty.
Yeah, good example there. Linwood try to slow the ball down for Marist, and getting caught on the wrong side of the ruck there was one of the players for the Linwood forwards. But it's a feeling out stage here. But you're right, Donnie. The Marist forwards this year have been so good at scrum and line out and at the breakdown that they've improved so big time in that area. Good start by Marist. Be happy with this.
Yeah, a lot of great cohesion, as you can see already. I see they're well and truly using their locks as bull runners already, Scotty. We've seen Farn and Healy really taking it up, so got some nice ball carriers in there.
But having the props as well, Regan Pratt's been outstanding for them this year. He's been fantastic. I think he carried the ball like 2 or 3 times in that phase then.
Yes, I saw it, and when he gets it, he really does go over the game line as well.
30 seconds.
He does, yeah, he's a fantastic ball carry for them and a good scrummager too. Big improvement from him this year.
Here we go, Miyake. First points of the game, no problems whatsoever for Marist Albion and for Shun Miyake, banking that one between the horns. So Marist Albion out to an early lead here on the Apollo Project Stadium, 20-25, an absolute pleasure. Donnie Bell here bringing you this one with Scotty Pawson, and of course a wonderful start there from Marist Albion, turning some hard pressure into points. As we see, Jennings goes deep. Shun with a dummy, beautiful dummy, decides to move. Looks dangerous with the ball in hand. Makes about 10 metres for his Marist Albion side. Phillips decides to go to the short side. Uses the ever-dangerous Elliot Smith, one of the best second fives going around over a long period of time in this comp. Deceptively athletic.
Roll 3.
Well done. His running game this year has been so good.
Use it!
He's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, you're on there.
Phillips for the box kick.
And there we go, the old up and under, reminiscent of what we've seen so much from both professional and amateur players. And Keegan McGregor somehow manages to stand in that tackle. Some strong defence came on. McGregor's done a really good job taking that down, actually holding it up nicely to a degree for his side. And it's young Jake Chalklin who gets on with it. The up and under. Now it's Miyake. Moves it wide to Rawlings. Rawlings onto the left foot. Hammers that downfield. Jennings, beautiful positioning. Josh Jennings, of course, the pivot. Another outstanding 10. And he drops one just short. And Miyake looks to bang it back. Game of force back here early on. And it's McGregor. Inside his 22 and some nice pressure there. And Marist Albion in the end win that kicking battle.
Big kicking battle there. Both umpires probably kicked a bit long. Shun Miyake's kick into the far corner. McGregor under pressure who had to kick into touch. Good start here by Marist. It started very well. Experience of Elliot Smith again. You've seen that.
Chalky, step back. Just take a step back. Thank you.
He's going to be a key player for Marist this afternoon.
And here we go, Marist Albion nicely taking Crispy. Very crisply off the line out, I should say. Almost said crispy there. Now we go, Elliott Smith. We know how dangerous he is. Holds one off. He is taken nicely by Centrefoe. Now Miyake. Now they move it wide. It's Rawlings. Rawlings looks to straighten. Very dangerous. Some nice defence had to be made here. Boy, Linwood, Marist Albion. Again, Shun Miyake. Scotty's just talking about how much of a running game the guy has. He is running absolutely everything. What a start here from the green and whites. Looking dangerous. Phillips looking to get the ball quicker. The crowd starting to lighten up here. A little bit of voice. Of course, a lot of the teams played yesterday. It's great to still have Sunday fun day footy down here. The Bascik Transport Metro Premier Final, and it's Phillips via Matahu. Via Matahu runs hard, runs straight, still with the ball, Marist Albion. They move it wide to Healy. Farnan cleans. Phillips finds a flat ball to Hammer. Marist about 15 metres out here. Good opportunity for them. Phillips looks to go himself. Does go himself. Still going. Critical tackle made by Rover. But here they come roaring towards the try line here. Marist Albion. And they go straight. They go hard. The forwards inches away here. Marist Albion. Phillips. Miyake strikes. Miyake goes. Miyake scores. Try. Marist Albion over at the Apollo Projects.
Great try, Marist. Very direct running. Putting Linwood under a lot of pressure defensively, and a great try for Shun Miyake, who's carried the ball 3 or 4 times early in this game. Great start by Marist.
Yeah, that's some astute play there, wasn't it, Scotty? Just they looked like they had it under control the whole time there.
Great play, great carries, and then the cleans from Marist have been fantastic. Linwood's trying hard to slow their ball down, but it was just too much pressure. And again, forwards and backs both carrying there. Elliott Smith was fantastic in the carry. The first carry made gain line. It's always hard for Linwood to regather. Stop the momentum of Marist. Marist has started really well here today.
Yeah, you're on the money. Absolutely on the money there, Scotty. And not to be on this occasion, but of a surprise there, Scotty.
Yeah, Shun's first mistake.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things so far.
He started very well, very well. As I said, that a lot of pressure on both the teams in this game, and Shun started really well here. And with his running game, fantastic start by Marist. Coaches for Marist will be very happy with this start.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dream, mate. Now, inside 7 minutes, that's for sure, Scotty. And you bang on what you've said, just in regards to what we've seen from Shun. He's really put a stamp on this first 7 minutes, regardless of whether he got that kick or not. So here they go again. They're just loving. Look at this, Elliott Smith. They are running hard. They're running straight. They look like they're here with real purpose today.
They're running direct, putting a lot of pressure on Linwood's defence. Linwood are falling off tackles.
Strong again. Look at Via Matahu going again. They have well and truly woken up this crowd.
Get back.
Very early on, and Phillips decides to go for the up and under. They've gone a little too deep on this occasion. McGregor's taken it. Jennings decides to put a stamp on this one. Bangs it back. And Miyake gets it. Goes straight to hand, not to land, maybe like Linwood would have hoped there. And once again, just uses his running game.
Last season, Shun would have kicked that. Fantastic to see Shun running the ball to the line.
Yeah, don't mind a running first five, that's for certain. We've seen it here over the years.
Release.
That's for sure, at the Apollo Project Stadium from many a Canterbury side and many a NPC and Super Rugby team. Some hot running first fights, one in the name of Richie Mwanga, who may be watching his beloved Linwood today. As we see, beautiful use of the wide channels here. George Meffin just ranging really nicely.
No, on the ground.
We're waiting to see what the referee... Yeah, it looked like it was... Oh, wonderful play. Lovely interplay there. Farnan really get involved as a distributor. Now they go to Miyake. Miyake moving it to Smith. Smith, they go wide. Here we go. Nice work here from Rawlings. It is Rawlings. They look to clean this out and gather numbers here. Linwood putting a bit of pressure on. Still with the ball, though, the green and whites. Now they go. Farnan! Big contact there from Huiara. But still a lovely carry from Farnan over the game line. Healy, lovely distribution. Now they go to Hammett. Beats one. Beats Rover. He is taken. Still Linwood defending stoutly. And they're going to have to today.
Tackle!
Bascik Thomas looking to hold up the Marist Albion player and get over it. Slightly slower ball, but they've still got it. Gilland. Miyake really impressed by the way the forwards are working as distributors and passing in the line. We'll talk about that a bit more, Scotty, in time to come.
Rawlings hit pretty hard.
Penalty advantage. Penalty advantage.
Look like there could be an advantage. Marist.
Once again, that's a big that is a crunching tackle
where that tackle
made
was
by
on my
Linwood,
left,
but
eh?
still Marist Albion going forward, some heavy defence, some nice job there, nice work done there by the Linwood Bulls. And Via Matau
right,
puts the rubber and Marist Albion going after it.
Knock on.
Not to be on that occasion, unable to gather it.
No, you're not
Scotty,
first,
I
then the
like what
tackle.
they're doing here. I like what they're trying to do.
Great period of play
He
by
knocked
Marist.
it
They
on,
actually
then he
started
got
very
tackled
well
and knocked
here.
it on
Linwood
again.
have done well to defend there. Must have been about 15 to 20 phases
Knock
there.
on.
Linwood are just trying to slow the ball down, not quite getting that ball slowed down enough to take the pressure off them at the moment. This is a really good start, as I say, for Marist. But Linwood are defending very well. They haven't had the ball, and they've defended very well so far.
They have.
Yeah, take a bit of proud of that.
And they've had to make a lot of tackles, and they are manning up on those. But it's just wave after wave of attack,
Crop!
side to side. The wide channels. Now you can see this Marist Albion supporters are really getting their tails up, getting into the game mentally.
That's what club rugby's all about. The supporters.
You love to see it. Big pressure coming there. Linwood's done well to get that off the back. They had some massive pressure from Marist Albion, and of course,
Use
the veteran
it!
100-gamer, Samson
Back,
Sanford,
back!
of course, a member of the side last year. Wonderful win over the University of Canterbury last year, Linwood, and they'll still believe here they're a side that have matched Marist Albion over the years, over the past few years. Still a lot of belief, even
A lot of belief. Doesn't matter. They haven't had the ball yet. That's the key thing for me, as the Linwood coach will say. They haven't had the ball yet. When they do get the ball, they're a dangerous team themselves. Good scrum by Marist, though. That was a really good scrum by Marist.
It was, and that's improved out of sight. It was something they wanted to improve, and we can see the work they've done. And here we go. That is a hooker kicking that ball.
It was
Lacey Roper,
It's a great
stand
kick.
up.
Great kick.
Have a look at that.
Marist
We talked about Linwood getting the ball. How's that from Rover?
Marist overthrow. It puts Marist are on attack. No one in the backfield. Good play by the young little hooker there for Linwood.
Can we just double check he had the number 2 on his back there, or was
Brilliant
it?
play by him. Good
the
heads up
phone
footy
now,
by Celeste. He's a great player. He's played well this year and last season. Bit of pressure on the Marist line.
And here we go. Speaking of Rover, here he is ripping off the back. Linwood now, talking about it before, the ball in hand. Opportunity here. Jocelyn. Thomas. Thomas, the captain, the veteran. Former Southland rugby player. He's played at the top level. He's a Metro Premier winner. He knows what to do. On this occasion, though, massive pressure from Marist Albion there at the breakdown. Cause a turnover.
Trying to see who that was. One of the props, I think. I couldn't quite see who that was, but fantastic defence. Marist line-out lost 2 line-outs in a row. There'd be a bit of a concern for them early in the game. Linwood just missed the clean there, and Marist will quick onto that. I'm pretty sure it was one of the props that got that turnover then.
Look, a seagull on a chip, wouldn't he, Scotty? Straight to it.
So I'm sure this line-out here will be probably thrown to 2 or 4. I don't think they'll want to take their line-out ball here. They're thrown to the back twice and missed both line-outs. I'm sure we'll go to Gus Farnham here.
They do. They go to Farnan. He's picked it like a dirty nose. Well done. Scotty pausing on it. And they go to Elliot Smith. Smith running strong, running hard. Phillips now. Meffin. Meffin distributing. Miyake. Miyake to Rulings. Here we go. Colladale, known as Tino. Of course,
I don't have a
scoring
knock on the ground, do you?
4 tries is my understanding against Lincoln University. Well and truly blown them off the park. Formerly St Thomas's College. He's been a very strong winger and a try-scoring machine. And when he's on, he's real on. He's really, really on. And
When he got the ball, then there was 3 guys on him then, so Linwood are very concerned, obviously, if he does get space.
yep, they'll want to shut him down and smother him pretty quick. And big penalty there,
Seal.
big defensive penalty
Seal.
to Linwood. Boy, did they need that.
Yeah, both Zach Healy and Pratt falling off
Off
their
feet.
feet there, went straight on the ball.
Just here.
Good relief of pressure there for Linwood.
And let's just talk about what a beautiful day to be up here on the gantry today.
Oh, it's fantastic view.
Scott,
That's
we
brilliant.
got to have one of the best views
Best
in the
views
house, if
we
not
have.
the best view. Somewhere I've never commentated before, and it is just outstanding. Just want to let you viewers know how brilliant a view we've got.
It's a fantastic
Looking
view.
down on this wonderful dry deck, and very lucky to be joined by Scotty, who has, my understanding, over 200 games of Metro Premier coaching rugby experience. Scotty.
Yeah, I would love to be out here coaching though. Obviously, Brighton not here today, but 2 great teams playing.
Huiara
Good carry by Walter.
runs straight, runs hard. Walter Huiara, and a penalty. That's a
Offside.
big penalty. Really
Ball
interesting
was
to see
out.
what
He was
Linwood
never
do here. I
onside.
would have thought they'll go to the line out, Scotty.
I think they've got points. Limited team that looks like to pass. He goes, no, he's going to say,
They have gone points here. It looked like for a second they were going to go the line out. It's a final. Jennings didn't miss too many.
He does, and in Linwood, that's how they play. Any time they get in the area of where Josh can kick, they will kick points. That's how they win their games, a bit pressure on the opposition with suffocation. And it's the first time they've been down in this area of the field. Take 3 points.
Thank you.
I guess it's a final. No matter how you look at it, it's a final. And it could come down. You would have seen a lot of tight matches. You've been to Metro finals before, Scotty. As a coach, I'm sure you probably have at some point in your career as a player. Points are critical. Critical,
very critical. Josh is a great kicker. Anywhere in this area of the field, he banks them over. But it is a final.
Jennings looks to bang it over and no trouble for him. Josh Jennings, plenty of experience, of course, of senior club rugby. A wonderful kicker. He's played some great heartland rugby over the years as well for mid-Canterbury and doing a wonderful job there. Marist Albion leading this one. Linwood hitting back those scores. 8-3 here at the Apollo Project Stadium.
Linwood will be very happy with that. They got in their half a couple of times down. They got those 3 critical points. Almost charged down there. Bit of pressure on Josh.
As we talked about, 8 playing 3 here and some nice pressure here from Jennings. Marist Albion running it back. Some nice staunch defence there from Linwood, who are attacking hard. And a penalty. They would have liked it to go the other way because they looked like they had swung momentum over the last couple of minutes, Scott. But nice opportunity here now for Marist Albion.
Yeah, Marist is going to settle again. To get the ball back in their hands, put pressure on Linwood that way. That's one of those 50-50 calls. Any referee can make it either way there. Went Marist's way then.
So nice line-out option here. Pretty much, give or take, I'd say 20 metres out here, Scotty.
20 out.
Without the chalk, I'd say 20, close to 20 out. So here we go. Luke Gill, a man who can play anywhere in the forwards.
Marist are very dangerous this area of the field with their line-out drive.
Yeah, they come with a line-out drive here. We've seen how effective they've been throughout the season with it. Their line-out drive. Now they go wide. Smith. Tackle has to be made. The 2 centres do a good job there, Senefo and Faitawa. Miyake. Collar down with the ball in hand. He's taken by PJ Palamo.
Good tackle.
Good tackle there by Palamo. Phillips. Healy met in a double tackle from Linwood. Do they look to use the wide channels? Not yet, they don't. Galland coming off the back fence and coming hard.
Good strong carry.
Phillips. Farnan. Gus Farnan takes him out to 10 metres out here. In fact, that's a 5 metre line. Still going forward here. Marist Albion carrying strong, showing a lot of composure. Phillips looks to find his forwards. They keep it tight. Fia Matahu inches
roll 4.
Away.
Advantage.
And he's got his arm up here, the referee. And there you go. It is a penalty to Marist Albion. Of course, the referee has got his hands up. We've got a bit of wind coming across here. Dan Moore, of course, today's referee. Plenty of experience and nice opportunity here for Marist Albion.
Make sure you clearly tap it.
Yeah, they're going for the old school tap, not a scrum, not a line out. We're going to tap. We're seeing them more and more these days.
You do.
Both in the and I'll tell you what, I think they might be regretting that. Yeah, talk us through that one.
Mark that down in your notes here, Donny, because that's 3 points in a final. You take that any day of the week, and they went to run it. They've knocked it on.
Mark's here.
After some very strong carries from the Marist forwards, they probably thought there's a little bit of domination coming on. But I would have taken the 3 points there. I'm sure the Marist coaches would say the same thing. That's an opportunity gone there.
I'd like to see people out of Canterbury right now. Of course, the coaches with their team have gone for a tap and go and drop the pill. I mean, at the end of the day, these guys are pretty quick at shaking it off, but the wrong decision was made there. I mean, it's easy to say but it is. You know, you're giving up 3 points that shouldn't would have been over for an absolute fact. He didn't miss from there. It would have been 9-3 instead of playing 8-3, although Marist Albion putting on pressure. Jennings, he's almost had a gap there.
He did.
They left him a bit of a gap, but he still finds touch.
Marist scrum's looking very, very good there. Good scrum again by Marist.
Definitely.
Regan Pratt getting up on
He's been good. He's been good today.
Yeah, I'll come on the next side.
Panini certainly would be missed a bit. He's been very strong for Linwood this year.
He has been, yeah.
In the front row, do you think they're missing his ability?
No contest, play on.
Very much so. It was great to have him out there. He's
Rover up to halfway.
Another missed line out by Marist.
We'll come back to that, talking about Panini, but we'll go wide now. Fortoa, that's brilliant passing. Palamo, the little grubber,
No,
did
play
not
on
get
to me.
enough on it. Gets a little bit of a bump out of
Bit
the
of a
way
check
by
there.
Hammett. More happy enough with the check by the
15,
looks, and
stop.
Miyake looks to go deep. Fast thinking, and back there is Keegan McGregor.
Inside.
Oh, big right foot there, Scotty. Every
Good
bit of
player.
McGregor putting that
Very-
on. Very experienced player.
He is.
Retrieve
He's not
wide.
gonna
Dangerous.
Bit of space here.
Space. Oh,
Trouble.
here's trouble. Oh, Jennings has fallen over. Oh,
Lock
he's
on.
dropped it. That's 2 now. Marist Albion will be disappointed. They right idea, just couldn't quite execute it. It's all happening here.
It's quite funny. I watched the curtain raise. A lot of players were falling over. The ground must have a little bit of a slipperiness in it. So Jennings there slipped over. If it had gone to Cameron's hands, he would have been under the
Any
post.
picture on your last scrum this side?
I'll tell you what, I thought he might have been gone for all Munnings when Jennings slipped. So maybe a little bit slippery underfoot. We're talking about how nice and dry deck. Of course, we've had some under 85s rugby today as well. Scott, you might be able to fill us in.
Yeah, you brought in a really good win against University Black Members. They won 33-24. A great game for New Brighton. Good for our club too. Following the success of our women's side this year, winning their championship. So
Fine.
2 championships for New Brighton this year is a great season for our club.
Great for our club, so congratulations to those winners. Of course, the women's premier side and, of course, the under 85s in the game, and a massive credit to the Mumbers as well, who were out there today competing in that game. Great to see a spectacle of finals rugby as we see Rover taking
Offside.
it up and referee Dan Moore giving
No,
the penalty.
no.
Just to give you an idea as well, the ARs today, Will Todd and Will Day, and we've got Rod Rudkin in there as the 4th official. Today, great to see the rugby union getting their photographers down, getting a little bit of entertainment, getting the kids involved. You really do want to make the Super Sunday a real special festival day.
Oh, you do. And as I came in the gates, there's a lot of children around watching this game. They're the heroes for young 8-year-olds from both Linwood and Marist. These players out here are their heroes, and it's great to see
And
both these teams.
I'll tell you what as well, we're looking at a pretty good crowd straight
It's a great
across.
crowd.
It is really built up and built in.
Great crowd.
They're still coming in now by the swarms. I'd say a few of them have scraped their way over from the Tower Junction Ale House. If I was, I'm no rocket scientist, but I'm picking up. And maybe the Spectators Bar, and I know a few of the big shout out to the Marist Albion Blinders today, who were down at Wilson's earlier on, having a bit of a conference. As we see
play.
Huiata though,
Ball's there.
wonderful job for Linwood up to the 22-metre line. Thomas, beautiful distribution to Jennings. Jennings running. And running nicely. Brilliant play off the line out here from Linwood. And Keegan McGregor. McGregor still going. Look at the strength of the man.
Strong run.
Strong run. Huge play from Keegan McGregor. And Linwood deciding to go for the wide channels. Rover. We know how good he is, Salisu Rover, and how much he'll run it. Here come the Bulls. Real chance here for the Green and Blacks. Heading towards the try line. Chocolate. Thomas. Some staunch defence here from Via Matahu.
No.
Not far out.
Not
Here's
supporting
Chocolate,
body
the
weight.
inside ball. They find the tight end. Can he find the ground? Has he given it?
Hold up.
He's called it,
Hold
held
on.
up. He looked in for all money, and Mua Paseta held up. That is a big play in this day and age to hold a
Hold up.
guy up.
It
Wonderful
was
ball
in for
from
all money
Jaden
then.
Horgan, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
beautiful inside
Yeah, so
ball.
it felt
by
like
Horgan,
you're on the
beautiful
ball,
play.
but you're not supporting body
Good run
weight.
off the
That's why
line
you
there by
fell
Walter
forward.
Hawada. Good front foot ball for Linwood. That's how
Yeah,
they
but
play.
as
They're
soon as
very
you lifted,
dangerous
you
when they've got
fell
front foot ball like that. They're big forwards.
This is more than Linwood we know.
100%.
And we know what they can do with the ball in hand.
Very dangerous.
Some brilliant play there.
not
Some
over yet.
great defence as well from Marist Albion. And it
Body
isn't
only.
over yet. Linwood back up to the 22-metre line. So nice run there for Tawa. Looking pretty good at outside centre. Here's Thomas. Thomas will want his hands
No.
on the ball as much as possible. And he's been told to
Advantage.
release here. The referee's got his arm up. And Chalkland, we know he'll go. Loves the pick and go. Steele. Steele looks to put it inside, but Elliot Smith was there reading. So the referee's got Via Matahu here for the
Over ball.
penalty.
Yeah, hands on the ball there, play on the ground. I'm sure Josh will go for
Yeah.
another kick to post here. You have to think about it.
Yeah, certainly, yeah, bit of a
They're going
discussion.
line. They're going line here. Good on
Yeah,
them.
they quite interesting. They talked to the open side flanker a bit there, Antonio. They wanted his thoughts.
Yep.
And he certainly gave them, perhaps he had Thomas in his ear as well. They're going to back themselves here, Scotty.
So they should. They've got a little bit of momentum going at the moment, and they're in a really good position here.
Rover,
Full line out.
what a player he's been. Critical. MVP for mine in the final last year for University. Might have been actually announced it. Oh, that's a wonderful short play. This time the tight end prop. Inches away here, the Green and Blacks of Linwood. Thomas, Walter, Huiara, and they think they've scored. They have. It's Rata. It's all go here at the Apollo Projects. Linwood Bulls crashing over.
Great trick play at the front of the line there. Caught Marist napping a wee bit there. Walter Kawata, what a great run. The last 2 carries have done fantastically. Great call by Thomas Tapasi to go the line out. They've got rewards off that. Well done, Linwood.
I'll tell you what I'm liking the look of is Linwood's line out today has been immaculate, and the strength, they're using their props as runners as well.
It's one of their Linwood strengths. Ollie Steele, a 6, jumps at 2 on the line out. They go to most plays. Good trick play there, because Linwood all season have probably gone for a line out drive there. Well done to Linwood.
Beautiful trick play using the short side of the field as well, Scott, and just what they bring. Steele, he's not the biggest, heaviest bloke around, but he's certainly got a huge heart.
He has. He's very good at defensively on the defensive line as well. He's putting a lot of pressure on the Marist line out throw. So Linwood, as I said, Donnie before, if Marist not going for that 3 points, it really has hurt them a wee bit.
Hey Gus.
It has massively. It has, and Linwood have come down. 25 minutes gone in this one, and of course Linwood, who were down 8-0, suddenly finding themselves up in this game, 10-8. This is going to be a game for the ages. I can tell you already, Scotty.
Totally
and the kickoff, that is a take and a half from Palamo. He's literally dived to get that, and here we go, Antonio! Up to the halfway for the Linwood Bulls. Of course, it was all Marist Albion within the first quarter of an hour. Linwood wrestling the momentum now in the, mid to later stages of this first half.
Backwards.
And how is that for brutal? Tell you what, that is big play from Filippo Villamatau. We're going to touch on that very, very shortly.
Release!
No, the referee hasn't broken it up. He said play on. So, yeah, just a huge play. Beautiful offload. Here comes
backwards.
It's gone back. So, Linwood with the ball. It is all happening here at the Apollo Project.
No.
From both Marist Albion and Linwood, as we see. Linwood looking to search for the ball, and we know Chalkland likes sniping around the ruck, so keep an eye out for him doing that. Phillips not afraid of it either, and a big kick bangs it in behind, but he's been one of the stars for me for Marist Albion today so far has been Filippo Villamatau, using his experience and physicality and helping Marist Albion. That's a big kick there from Miyake. Look where we find ourselves now, Scotty.
No, totally. It's good. I was just worried about that kickoff there. Shouldn't kick the ball off, and Marist weren't even ready to actually chase them. So Linwood got a really good the gain there, but great kick by Sean. Put them a little bit under pressure there.
Yeah, big is it having a guy like him playing a game like this at the same time. Josh Jennings, we talked about them being one of the battles of the game that we're going to see. Here's another
no contest.
The captain, he reads lineouts like a book.
Come up.
He's the best in Christchurch. He's best in Canterbury.
Studies opposition lineouts. You're dead right. Here we go. Rover decides not to kick it this time. We will see him, I think, again. Boot the ball. Chalkland just tries a little nudge over the top there. Steve Phillips, 100-gamer halfback. He knows what he's doing.
He does. Good to see Steve out there, actually.
Great to see Steve. He's a club man through and through. From Marist Albion. I'll tell you what, the Linwood Bulls crowd have well and truly woken up here. They've been dead quiet, but now they are really starting to get into
big momentum swing this.
I'll go this side.
Crucial knock on there by Marist.
Let's go.
Let's go. Half. Linwood got a good attacking opportunity here. They'll
knock on only.
Play midfield here, and then the forwards will roll around the corner. Watch this.
So here we go, Scotty, looking to pick the play. Here at the Apollo Project Stadium, wonderful crowd, brilliant atmosphere. It's blown me away by how good the atmosphere is. We can hear it, it's been fairly deafening. Thank you to friends, family around the world, around the globe, joining us, those that didn't make it today. It is my absolute pleasure to be bringing you this one. I love bringing these finals to you, and great that you can enjoy such a spectacle so far. Here come Linwood. Centre wrap around. Jennings, McGregor. McGregor in hard.
Every time McGregor's got the ball, he looks very dangerous.
He's looked very good today with the ball. Now Josh Jennings. Jennings running. Jennings still going. Metres away, Linwood. Chalkland. Huiata again. Been so strong. The number 8 Marist Albion. They went hard for the turnover. Chalkland has a snipe. We talked about him having a snipe. Wow.
Probably the wrong time to do one there.
Yeah, might not have quite nailed that one there. Some heavy defence. Linwood have got the ball. You do not see Josh Jennings running game all the time, but when he does, wow.
Be a good carry again by Keegan McGregor. He started really well too. Picked it wrong there.
Let's keep our height here, okay?
And nice front foot ball by Linwood. Got a good attacking opportunity here.
The experience of McGregor, 74 games for Linwood, well and truly starting to show.
Crouch!
He is a deceptively outstanding athlete.
Fine!
He can kick, he can run, he's got strength,
Sit!
he's got all the ability in the world, and they will be critical. Marist Albion showing some beautiful defence once again before they're going to have to do it now because they're coming straight, they're coming hard. Centerfold finds the line. Is he going to give it? Is it held up?
Held up.
Again.
No.
Held up.
Good carry by Samson there. Great carry.
Huge carry. Look to
defence.
twist and turn. Some big defence here. Marist Albion well
be.
and truly putting their bodies on the line.
Steve Phillips was the last man up there. Fantastic play by Steve Phillips, little halfback.
11.
How important will that be?
Massive.
How important will that play be?
Marist seemed to be rushing quite a few things, so I would have thought they would have taken a little bit more time there. But
Thomas off the back fence for Linwood. Beats one. Sends Gill flying. Of course, Gill, one of the best defenders in the club game. On that occasion,
run by
though,
the
gets a
skipper.
bump off. The skipper looks well and truly fired up. Oh,
turnover.
huge penalty. Marist Albion getting
Everyone
on with it. Look
Frankie
at
Mates.
Phillips.
Big play, Frankie Mates. Good turnover.
Big turnover from the fetcher. Of course, his grandfather would be very proud of him. Prestigious. Of course, All Black and prestigious through the 50s and a bit of niggle.
Stevie
and
Phillips into
Marist
this, look at
Albion
him.
suddenly tails up.
Keegan McGregor and Steve Phillips had a bit of a set to there.
This huge play from Marist Albion. They've just gone 17 metres downfield.
They have, but it looks like
Smart
one of the
rugby.
props down for Linwood, Jaden Morgan. Looks like he might have a blood bin here.
Yeah, I only
Could
saw
be
it held
a
up.
wee replacement.
Bit of
Tyler,
clarity.
Tyler Kenny will come on, experienced prop to come on. Looks like he might be okay though.
Yeah, looks
Big
like
momentum changer there. Steve Phillips, great defence under the goalpost. Then made the tackle down here on Keegan McGregor. Good play, Steve Phillips.
Steve Phillips has played in many a final, of course. Marist Albion have been in a few in their time. 2020,
Crouch!
21, 22, 23, 4 finals.
Fine!
He's
1-2
fantastic.
lost to, incredible record.
With next year going to Southland, it's been great to have a guy like Steve Phillips come in. It's,
Use it.
as you say, experienced campaigner, and he loves
Slipped.
these days.
Huge, because they'll certainly miss Shearer's brilliance, but with Phillips' experience, nous and fitness, he's such an important player. As we see Meffin now off the back of the ruck. This is nice play from Marist Albion. They've done well to hold Linwood up there. They would have been down on point. Just their handling, they'll be a little bit disappointed. 3 times within the half over the last 5 minutes, we've seen Marist Albion drop it. They're doing all the hard work defensively, getting over the ball, holding teams up, but they'll be disappointed there, Scotty, with a few rear-handling areas from them.
Couple now from the front rowers. They've actually had to do a lot of work, which
That last one is
is
slip,
a
okay?
little bit tired.
Let's get our
Just before
feet up
half
and
time
out
here,
well.
with 8 minutes to go to half time.
Feet up,
Marist
fight
were
up.
disappointed with that. They did have a little bit of momentum going there.
And just letting you know, the score's, of course, 10 playing 8 here. Linwood, of course, leading Marist Albion. It is a tight final.
Crouch!
We knew it was going to be a tight final. And so
Fine!
well and truly delivering, of course. 32
Sit!
minutes gone on this one here at the Apollo Project Stadium, the Bascik Transport Men's Premier Comp. Chalkland.
Good scrum by Linwood there. Their
Wide.
scrums.
Yeah,
Scrums getting better.
much better there from Linwood. Needed
Leave
to
it
be,
now,
and
leave it now.
was for Tawa. It's very important. Rover just holding the
No.
ball. Marist Albion putting lots of pressure on at ruck time, as we've seen so far. Oh, that's brilliant from Jennings, holding the dummy up. He's run into a couple of tight bookends. Wouldn't be the
Use
Smartest
it!
thing to do there, but did well to get the ball back.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the.
knock
There
on.
you go, Chalkland.
Backwards.
He had to get rid. Phillips is putting huge pressure. He's coming into this game. Pawson, I see what you're saying about
Backwards.
Phillips. Referee said gone back. Chance here. Can they use it? Straightens. Nice work there
Rawlings,
from
good run.
From Rawlings. Straightening
No.
really nicely.
Use it!
Phillips now just taking his time, finding his ball runners. Via Matahu. Filippo Via Matahu. He's been in the side for a decade now, Marist Albion. Formerly from down in Oamaru. Nice play here from Meffin, who's bulked up. He's looking good.
Way to
in
Ireland
great
tomorrow.
shape.
Way to Ireland tomorrow, I think, Big George Methven.
Heading abroad.
Yeah,
Some
he
footy,
is. Yep.
which is, of course, a great opportunity for him. Nice fend. Here's a fend. Here's a step.
Good young
No,
player, Frankie
That's an
Mates.
ankle
Lost.
breaker.
Let it go.
Frankie Mates, the step in the jink. And we will talk about him more, but right now we've got Colladale with the ball, of course. Frankie Mates,
Tackle!
what a player he has been first year out of school, which is quite special. Now we see Farnham looking to distribute. Miyake And just waiting to see what the referee said. Gone by. Oh, intercept Linwood. Real trouble here. Has he got the legs? The 12. Has he got the legs? Still going. Still going. Can he get there? No, he's gone down. Chalkland. Jennings. They've got to find Thomas. They're on. Thomas. Headed for the corner to Bascik. Thomas over. Has he got there? He's given it.
Brilliant.
He's given it. Linwood.
Oh, what a
Out
try.
of nowhere. What a play. The try given.
Samson Sanafo, intercept, Thomas
Wow.
Tapasi in the corner, outside step.
No.
How
Ladies
good.
and gentlemen, blown away. Of course, the 12. He didn't quite have the legs, did he?
Another
He
mistake
was still moving. but
Another mistake by the
what a
Marist front
play.
rower. Samson run out of gas, but what a great try.
Tapasu.
Pounced
Pasu
on
Thomas
that.
on the wing. In and out into the corner, like the NRL league wingers. Fantastic, Thomas Tapasu. He's leading by example here.
He had a lot of work to do
Mate,
he
there,
had a lot of work to
Pastor
do.
Thomas.
Clear the breakdown.
They
They're
were
the body
really
weight.
surrounding him,
They're
really
calling for it
closing
every
in
time
on him
they
in
pass.
that
They need to be
corner.
accurate to get the
Scotty,
ball.
and he's still shown the determination
I've already
to get
talked
over
to
the
him.
line.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Outside break, he went off his left foot to get into the corner.
That's 30 seconds.
Normally a forward there would run over a bat, but he actually went round him. Fantastic play.
Yeah, that was quite something. Of course, this game, it is well and truly providing it all. Just so you know, of course, 15 playing 8, kick to come here from Jennings, 35 gone in this first half.
Marist mistakes are starting to add up a little bit now.
Jennings and can't quite get it. So it's still 7 points in this one, but you're right, a few errors from Marist Albion that they'll be disappointed with, and they'll want to tidy up. And they're getting on with it. They're not mucking around. Look at the water. The trainers are disorganised.
Still out there.
What you said earlier, though, Scotty, like Shun's just looking to get on with it here, Miyake.
is. Yeah,
and it's not favouring them. Linwood in real gap here. Walter Huiata. He's got a man on his outside. Does he use
that
it?
early?
Inside centre.
I'm happy with
Still
timing.
going here. Linwood inside
Happy
the
with
22.
timing.
Huge play. So much excitement, viewers. Rover now holding it up for the green and black
No!
side of Linwood. Real pressure coming on Marist Albion here. Chalkland. Keegan McGregor held up nicely.
Go
Some
back.
nice defence here from Marist Albion. It's going to have to be. They are roaring
Use it.
here, the Linwood Bull. Come into this game, finding themselves 8-0 down. Marist Albion have shown some great defence. They've got a bit to do. Here we go, the tight head prop, Pasetta. Pasetta with the ball now.
He's playing well, Pasetta.
Moving in.
Fantastic carry again by the big fella.
Some nice carries here. Linwood still with it. 5 out. Chalkland. Antonio, finding it really
Off
hard.
now,
to put
off,
down, aren't they, here? This is big
That's
play
fine.
here from Linwood, just inches away. They go to Rover. Some very staunch
Marist gonna
defence so
hold
far,
on here.
Marist Albion. They've got work to do. Jennings, they rush out. Jennings, is he over? Huge play. Elliot Smith pulling him back. They look to go wide on and knock on. Huge
They were in
play.
there.
If Linwood scored here,
That
that
would've
could
been
have
tough.
been real trouble on halfway. 7 points. Marist Albion, some work to do.
That's
Big
your eye.
defence there, Scotty.
Big defence.
Knock
I'm not
on.
sure what Sean's doing kicking off so quickly. Marist
not
weren't even
working
ready
for
for
them
that.
so
Not working
far.
for them. They weren't even set. The defensive line off the kickoff was really poor. Linwood get on attack. They almost sort of scored then.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We are seeing it all so far. A real tale, some
I didn't
serious
get a clear view of it,
heart
but I understand what you're
by
saying.
Marist Albion, but at Linwood, their attacking play has been simply outstanding. Working as a unit, no unbelievable individuals, just a really solid, well-rounded team who play within themselves.
They do. They've
Crowd.
been like that all season and last season for that matter. They're into
Fine.
the now.
And
They
I'm
can
telling-
sense something.
Sit!
I'm telling you, they're fit, Scotty. I've watched the last few games. They do not tend to sub guys. So, well, let's just wait on that scrum. What's he called? He said it's turned around. They will use their starting 15 quite often until the 70th to 75th minute. It's crazy. They back their 15 that
They do,
much.
and that's right.
Quite often their reserves
Reset.
don't come on till later in the game. Here, another big scrum needed from both sides.
So it looks like Marist want to play a high tempo, but Linwood actually are as fit as what Marist are. That's a really good point you made there, Donny.
Head and hold. Forward.
Last week, I think, from my understanding in the semi-final, I don't think they made a sub in the forwards. Critical time of the game here with the scrum.
Crowd.
28, minute and a half.
Fine.
Time. Marist was looking to exit out of here,
Sit.
without Linwood scoring any points.
Big play needed. Huge play in the game. What's the ref call? Oh! Free kick to Linwood! Free kick to Linwood.
It's stable. You've got to put the
typical
ball in.
Throw the ball away.
Phillips, he said, no, I'm not letting them get on with that too quickly. He
Let's go.
threw the ball away. What are
Where
we
we
going
going?
here, Scotty?
They're going to tap and go. Big forwards will rumble through here.
Couple of big monsters.
Salesi with
So
a carry with Big Ben inside him.
And their carrying's been outstanding. Here we go, Salisi. Rover
Roll out.
getting
Ball's
close
available.
here. The Linwood side getting real close. Here's a go from Linwood, looking for the distribution. PJ Palamo
right.
over in the
Okay.
corner. Try time. Linwood Bulls 2 tries in this right-hand corner off the ground of the Apollo Project Stadium. PJ Palamo over. Linwood now pull away to 20 points to 8.
Tapasi Thomas, we back ball, fantastic play. Good
Come on,
carry
mate.
by Celicia Rover again.
Thank you.
Quick, clean ball. Play at the back from Tapasu. And PJ Palamo in the corner. Just out of school this first year. How good for an 18-year-old to score a try in a final.
Very special 2 guys today. Palamo, outstanding for a young guy who's only that age. What a special moment, and something that'll live in the rest of his memories, of course, if they win even more so, but win or lose, that is incredibly special, as we can see the tacticians of Marist Albion having some very serious chats down here, suited and booted at the end of the ground, discussing, of course, the momentum swing we have seen.
It's a big swing. It's a
2
great
sides
kick.
outstanding. Here we go.
Beautiful kick.
Jennings has slotted it, absolutely slotted it on half time. It is, in fact, half time right at that second.
It's delivered here today, this afternoon. Big second half
Just.
coming up.
So very good afternoon, kia ora, and welcome back here to the Apollo Project Stadium for all you viewers. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. We appreciate you really supporting the community game, and what a Metro final. So much excitement so far, and a game that's still well and truly in the balance at 22-8. Still anyone's game. Of course, Linwood have pulled away nicely. Marist Albion with a little more work to do, but they've started nicely here. Elliot Smith bringing that up towards the 40-metre line. Steve Phillips, so many individuals have played so well already, and some big chats going
Use
on
it!
at half-time, and we'll talk about that very shortly. I'll come back to Scotty on what he expects to see from the second half on the ball out of play break, but straight away Phillips down to McGregor. Terrible pass, very un-McGregor-like.
Hand off, hand off.
They've got some serious skill out wide. Linwood, like that's not an easy pickup. Guys had to really bend down and take that. Here he is, Jaden Horgan. They're big bodies, these
They're
props.
big bodies,
On both teams. And they've been so good. Horgan, Amua, Pasetta, Gillen, Pratt.
Tackle!
Rover Gill, so many influential front rowers, giving them a real plug here, the front row club.
Oh, you deserve to. They played both sets play very well.
Chalky.
Another filling out
Jake
process here.
Chalkland with the up and under. And Miyake's taken that nicely, and he goes to Rawlings. Rawlings looks to straighten. Lovely run. Lovely jink step and swerve from Rawling. He's still going. He's still going. That's incredible strength from a
takes a
fullback
deal.
to
Great run
be
by
able to
Ken.
do that. And he sets it up nicely for Meffin. I like the look of Meffin and the way he charges onto the ball. Him and Huiata both very good. Now Elliot Smith going well. We know how dangerous this Marist Albion
No!
can
There's
be.
a Paitoa. What a
They're a
great
team
tackle.
that are never out of a game. Big
Going
penalty
past
there.
and
Nice
coming
defence
back.
from Linwood, but on that occasion, Moore's got his flag up. Scotty.
Marist started the second half like they
sorry,
did the first.
Zama.
Yeah, so Marist started the second half like the first. Good carries, getting good forward ball. Half-time coaches, I think Marist will be... They're still in the
Yeah,
game, no
let's
doubt
check
about
half-time
that. No
now,
doubt about
yeah.
that at all. Marist will need
Make sure that
possession
message gets
and
across to the
territory. If they get
breakdown.
down their end of the field, they'll make it easy for themselves. Linwood, on the other hand, they just play on the back of some fixtures play by their leader, Thomas Tapasi. He's been fantastic in that first half. He's leading by the front.
And here we go, as we see 30 metres out from the try line. Luke Gill struggling to hear the call.
Bit of crowd
It's
over there.
deafening
Right
here.
into this.
It'll be the Linwood
look at them.
crowd too.
They're right
He's
into
had
this.
to come in, Via Mato's had to come in and talk to young Gill, of course. I've just called him Liam after the Queensland Reds. Luke's forward, of course, Luke Gill.
Luke Gill, of course.
Phillips, Smith, Elliot Smith, former captain, brilliant Canterbury B rugby player, one of the club greats, I would say.
Another
I'll
mistake.
tell you what, another handling error
knock on.
in this game. Really, they'll be disappointed there. Pratt will be disappointed. They've been playing so well in so many areas. They'll be disappointed not to be taking these balls here,
I think
Scotty.
that's about the fourth time one of the props has knocked it on for Marist.
Yeah,
Again,
that's
momentum,
fine.
momentum colours those things, and Marist, as I say, we're on the front foot. Linwood just, they suffocate teams to make mistakes, and it's on the back of some good defence by Linwood. They're in Marist phases.
Plenty of pressure on from Linwood, and we know they're one of those clubs that love niggling the opposition, and in the right way too. In
100% the right way.
physical
Physical,
presence,
yeah.
defensive. They're a real hard team. They love
Crap.
to suffocate sides, and doing a lot of damage, but I like the way Marist Albion have, when they do have the ball in hand, they look as dangerous as any side, if not.
No, feet only,
We haven't
feet
seen
only.
the most dangerous side in the comp. So, Chalkland, Jennings, go wide, McGregor here with a bit of space, and he set it up really nicely here for the left winger. Of
see what
course,
happened there,
some
Will?
nice work there from Sean Robinson, but they're unable to hold on to it. Haven't seen a lot of them using this side. Nice to see them going wide, and once again,
Yeah, sorry,
this
mate, we
time
saw
no
it back,
handling
but we
here.
both
Linwood
missed
unable
it.
to hold on to it.
Great set play there. They
Just saw you
isolated
about
the
10
right
metres
winger,
behind.
Martino. They actually got him isolated and on the back, out of the back of him. King McGregor, nice break to the winger. Sean, who hasn't really seen much of the ball, Sean Robinson, but nice.
It's been quite quiet on that, so on both left-hand sides for Schubach and Sean Robinson. Both left wings haven't seen as much of the ball. It's been more so the right side where we've seen Palermo and Colladale have been more into it, but of course only halfway through the game.
Yep.
What are we seeing here from this one?
They look dangerous there.
Fine!
Say they'll be exiting out here with one carry. Alex
Sit!
will carry. And then I'd say Shin will play right foot down this right side. We're going to go right here.
Use it, use it.
Oh, might have kept that in the scrum, the way the scrum was going there, but they sort of had to make a decision. And you're right, Elliot Smith with the ball in hand decides to kick though on this occasion, and McGregor looks to make sure of it. He won't be overly happy with that, but not, you know, at the end of the day, he's put it out, gives the side a quick minute to reflect and breathe.
Good tactic. Marist looked like we're going to go blind, so Josh Jennings had to come up, which put a big space in the middle of the field for Alex Smith to kick into.
Deafening down here from the Linwood bench.
There's the Linwood bench.
Making it real hard for Marist Albion. And do you know what? It has worked for them. Linwood have got the ball, of course, to Bascik Thomas. We've talked about how good he is at reading opposition lineouts. Marist Albion's lineout hasn't been so bad, but look at this drive coming here from the green and black side.
Don't change your mind.
Really rumbling forward. Marist Albion, they've got some real work to do. Chalkland just taking his time, and we know how dangerous he is. Swat, look at Frankie Mates. Frankie Mates has got that. And penalty Linwood. It looked like Mates had a real go. Couldn't quite get it. I thought he had it there, Scotty.
Looked like he did have it there. Unfortunately, it was a tough call against Frankie Mates. I'm pretty sure he got to his feet there.
Would have been done a little bit hard done by. Some nice work from Linwood with clean out, but he looked like he was over the top of that one.
It did look like that. Again, Marist got thrown into 6, so their attack's better, but they're actually not making the line-out throw there. Bascik Thomas again taking critical ball off Marist at their line-out. I think Marist does need to have position, actually throw to Gus Farnham in the middle of the line-out so they...
I think what we need to see from Marist Albion here as well, they need to get more direct and then go wide, Scotty. I feel like they've been running slightly sideways today, but let's talk about Linwood first. But I think we need to see that when Marist have the ball.
Again on the
but speaking of direct running though, Walter Huiara, he will always run directly. Chalkland to Pasu. And we'll talk a bit more about the fact when Marist have the ball, they need to do it. But Linwood have been pretty good with their direct running. Marist Albion started really well with it. Still with the ball here, nicely worked to Bascik Thomas, just carrying it.
No!
Linwood once again, some real threat from Frankie Mates. Antonio, lovely work from Linwood. Jennings, centerfold. Beautiful play. Here come the Bulls. Chalkland, Jennings, Faitawa.
No, leave it.
Faitawa, some big pressure coming on every He's Chalkland. I've talked about him going around the ruck.
He's dangerous, isn't he?
He will go every day of the week. Hamua Paseta. Chalkland. Rover. McGregor. Centerfold. Out the wide they go. It's the lock out there. It's the lock who's running it hard. Simpson Smith. I had to look for his name. I wasn't expecting to see him. It's big play in this game. Linwood seriously on attack here. 15 metres out. Marist Albion, critical penalty to win here, Scotty.
Might have been the prop again there. I'm not sure if it's Gillard or Pratt. Might have been Pratt, I think, got over
Looked
top
like
of that
Regan
ball.
Pratt, the tight head
fantastic
prop.
play. Linwood attack looked fantastic there. Nice, strong, direct running. They play at the back, get to an edge. Fantastic play by Linwood there. Looked very dangerous. Marist are just holding on here, if I'm being honest.
They are. They're holding on for grim death. Of course, we've seen Frankie Mates. I wanted to talk about his grandfather, Kevin, All Black 345. Incredibly proud of his grandson playing today, as we see a Chris line out taken there from Marist Albion. He'd be proud of his grandson playing number 7 straight out of high school and winner of multiple club finals in the 50s. Kevin Mates, but let's get back straight into it here. Beautiful play here from, of course, it was Schubach. who found Colladale, but they haven't been able to hold on to it. Marist Albion, it was such nice work they did. They look really good. Every time they go wide, they look
Advantage
good.
over.
Now Linwood and Palamo decides to put a grubber, and nobody back there. Shouldn't has managed to get back, and he'll run it. He runs hard. He's not the biggest man in the world, but huge ticker, and he ran that hard for his team, really putting the body on the line for his Marist Albion side. And here we go, Via Matahu here. Marist Albion, of course, playing catch-up at the moment in this one. Plenty of time left. 48 minutes on the clock. It is 22 points to 8. Linwood leading Marist Albion here in the Metro Premier Final. Linwood looking to go back-to-back. Marist Albion looking to get back in that winning circle. Elliot Smith, he will play a key role in the final 30 of this game. They go to Via Matahu. They look to work the short side. And let's see if they start going direct here rather than side-to-side football. It is a couple of big carries, a little bit of niggle out there, which is always nice to see. And they look to, that time, that was a tough one to take there. I know we're talking about handling errors a bit here. I would have said the pass wasn't quite right.
It's actually just carried down the middle of the field there. They did have Linwood a little bit on the ropes there. Linwood is starting to slow things down a bit. A couple of guys with the cramp now.
Yeah,
good period of play there by Marist. Very good period of play. Went side to side. Stretched them.
You guys have made a sub.
They won't want to lose Rover. They will not want to lose Celeste Rover here.
Looks like there's a sub being made here.
He's critical. Substitution. George Methven is
sub.
coming off a big substitution. And we can see the Bobby Leitu warming up on the sideline here. So we've got a substitution. We'll come back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if George is actually injured or not there. It might just be a straight sub. 16 went on.
So 16, that's where the hookers come on if that is the case.
Yeah, it is.
I'll just have a look. Gil, the understanding Nihi Manahira may have come on. Gil may go to the loose forwards.
Right.
This is my thinking. I hope I've picked this right. Gil may move to the loose forwards, and Jacob Niha Manahira has come on. Cameraman giving me some inside oil here, which is fantastic.
I'm not sure whether George was injured there or not, because he actually made some really good carries in the middle of the field there.
Yeah, you won't want him coming off here.
No, it must be an injury. I'd say that must be an
injury.
Yes, he's come straight to the pine here.
Yeah.
And
he's getting his ankle
I wouldn't have thought it was tactical. I could be wrong. So, just waiting to see that it is 16 Nihi Manahira. I'm just waiting to see how they shape this front row, because I've still got Gil at hooker here. Gil's been playing loose forward for a number of games this season. Okay, so Nihi Manahira is fact. Looks like he may go straight to number 8 here, Scott.
He has gone to 8. There's a bit of delay.
They'll be relieved Rover's got up.
Yeah, they will be.
Yeah, they will not want to lose him with 30 minutes to go in this final here, the Apollo Project Stadium. Of course. There'd be some greats that have left. Guys like Tane Norton, Kevin Mates, very proud All Black Cantabs club players here.
Watch you down this game with a lot of
and great to see guys like Palamo out of school as well, to name a few. But here we go, Chalkland. We know Chalkland loves running. That pass has not gone well. Jennings has possibly stopped a potential try by grabbing that. Marist Albion, if they got that,
it was under the post.
It was trouble.
It's a bit loose.
Could have been curtains over the line in terms of a try. And Marist Albion really competing here. They've got the turnover. That's a big turnover. Here we go, Farnan, huge run. Gus Farnan goes 10 metres. Nicely, Phillips, quick ball. Smith. Ooh, might have given that if I was Elliot Smith. Still a huge run. And they held on to it nicely. Frankie Mates roaring forward here. This Marist Albion side putting real pressure on. Gilland. James Gilland. Still with it, Marist Albion. Some real threat here from Linwood, who are attacking the ruck nicely. Some beautiful play here. Gil. Beg your pardon. Looks like Gil's over to the... trying to work out. It was Gil, in fact, who had the ball. Phillips, he'll just be looking for the chart.
Walk away. Play on.
Just waiting to see here. Marist Albion getting really close to the wall.
Get off.
Phillips to go short here to his left. No defender in tight. No defender here beside the referee. Not sure if he saw it. They go short. Marist Albion over. Once again, they go again. What are we having? He's given it. Try, Marist Albion. This final well and truly on. And the power are over.
The skipper, Gus Farnham, fantastic try. Linwood did an exit out of their own half. Made a mistake down, got turned over by Marist. Marist pounces. They're back in this final. Big Gus Farnham carried the ball a couple of times in that movement there. Steve Phillips just short of the line. Fantastic try. pretty sure Gus Farnham comes up with that.
That's a big play from Marist Albion. I've got Farnham as the try scorer as well. Didn't they do well? Yes. Beautiful play. They did not panic, Marist Albion. They just held on to the ball and kept coming and kept coming there.
Critical turnover. I'm not sure who did it. I'd say it would be Frankie Mates was in there somewhere, no doubt. Good
30
turnover.
seconds.
A good try by Marist, who are
No
right back in
problems.
this.
Now that turns up, that well and truly turns things around for them. We never said they would be out of this game, of course. 22 now playing 15, so a converted try in it, Scotty. It's funny how straight away it's only taken them 12 minutes to get back onto the score sheet, and that really opens things up in this Canstaff Metro Premier Final. Tell you what, guys, grab your seatbelts, strap yourselves in. We've got a fantastic 27 minutes ahead of us.
It's going to be massive. Linwood just look like they're slowing things down a little bit now. Boys are a little bit gassed, but I'm sure a final they'll eke something out of these last 28 minutes.
Jennings goes deep. Down to Miyake. They want to play. They look dangerous when they're inside Marist Albion's half and vice versa. That is how to run a ball.
Good carry.
Niha, money hitter. Beautiful work. Steaming onto that. This is nice play here. Marist Albion, they'll truly believe they've been the comeback kings. They've already done it once this year.
They have.
And look at that, straight through Filippo via Matahu. And unfortunately unable to hold on. Mistake gives Linwood an opportunity to counter.
That's exactly what Linwood needed then.
Come
Through
back,
the middle.
I should say.
Two strong carries. Zach Healy, great carry on the right edge here. It's a critical knock on there. Linwood just needed that turnover. Marist just starting to get their noses back in this game. Linwood.
They were.
Looking, say Sampson will carry. Mind you, McGregor's been quite dangerous. I wouldn't mind seeing McGregor with the ball in his hand with a bit of space.
Noses is the right word. They have so many momentum swings and roundabouts. Let's see if McGregor has to get his mitts and paws on this. I want to win this game first. That's clever from the halfback there, Chalklet. Just held that up a second there, Scotty.
Yes. Well done there. Just struggles under a little bit of pressure.
Be interesting to see whether Ben O'Donovan has a run today.
Be good to see Donnie back. He's been out of the game for 11 weeks. Must have been a hard call for
coming back into a final.
Yeah, tough one, but a very talented player. New Zealand had a 20 player last year.
Chalkland been very good so far, of course. As we see Thomas, what a run from him.
Watch that behind me.
Tell you what, we're seeing it all here. A real wrestle on our hands. That's nice work here from Samson Senafo. Oh, he's penalised it. We waited to see what was happening. We've had a shift here.
Holding on again.
Holding on. Some big work at the breakdown here from Marist Albion.
Couple of big turnovers for Marist on that far side. Huge momentum swings.
Time doesn't come into it, mate.
And now look which
he's on the ball left. He only knocked it on because you guys
definitely down
didn't
there on the left-hand side.
Great effort to see so many people down here on Super Sunday and Marist Albion crowd. And really 7 points isn't a lot. Linwood will have their work cut out. They're going to have to defend. But still, I just feel both sides could attack and score from any
both sides, definitely.
Part of the field.
Both teams look very dangerous when they do it. There's Ben Donovan going there.
Here we go. We just talked about him. Yeah, we've done that one. We'll give ourselves a mini pat on the back here. And what a game from Jake Chalkland.
He played very well.
He's been outstanding today.
Come on!
And what an opportunity for Ben O'Donovan out of the Linwood club. Of course, he's had... Of course, his wonderful grandfather, the late Mike O'Donovan, involved with the Linwood club. Been involved with Linwood and Marist Albion, and his father, Daniel, who's played for both Greymouth Marist and with Linwood.
Great to see him out there.
And here we go. Marist Albion decide to move this wide.
Tackle!
Nice defence here from Linwood. Had to be made. Sort of a bit of a weird stop-start here. Marist Albion with the ball. What an injection. He's been Bobby Leitu now onto the field. Speaking of injections.
Well done.
Niha Manihira and Bobby Leitu. Bobby Leitu has come on.
Good sub to come on.
And he looks like James Gilland has come off. Beautiful work. Shun Miyake. So dangerous. Had to be made. The tackle here. Via Matahu. Marist Albion doing what they do best. Running the football and running it hard. Nihi Manihira now. Some huge work from Steele there at the breakdown. Still with it though. Phillips. Miyake. Shifted wide here, Marist Albion. Of course, 22 still playing 15. Oh, big. Yeah, big argument there for Linwood. They thought they had the turnover, pleading to the referee. Still with it though. Marist Albion now. Stephen Phillips. Phillips to Leitu. Nice run. Bobby Leitu. Healy.
Big defence.
Advantage.
Yeah, some
high tackle.
He's got him for a high shot here. Referee's got his Got his arm up. Via Matahu. Still with it here, Marist Albion. Miyake. Smith. Smith tackle had to be made. Nice work there, though.
Advantage,
Marist
not
Albion
rolling.
earning their right to go to the wide channels. Bobby Lato. He's had his ball on the hands, in his hands 3 or 4 times already. They want to play the penalty advantage here, and they're running hard. Filippo Viamato reaches over. Try! Marist Albion. Big play in the game from them. Great momentum swing going Marist Albion's way, and well and truly earning the right to get downfield and score a
Big
try.
play by Marist. There's subs that come on. Bobby Latu and Manahira, fantastic carries. They must have carried the ball 3 or 4 times each in that play there. Marist has just played direct rugby like they did in the first 10 minutes. With this kick to come, 22-all in the final, eh? How good? You can't.
What a game.
How good?
What a game, Scotty. And we knew Marist Albion are a side renowned for comebacks. They're a fit team. They've got a lot of ability coming off the bench as well.
They have.
We talked about the players, but still plenty of time. Anyone's game, plenty of time to go. As we see Miyake and banks it.
22-all.
So there we have it. 8-0 to Marist Albion leading early. Linwood coming back and forcing 22-8. Now we suddenly find ourselves at 22-all in this one with still 22 minutes to go. You wouldn't read about it.
You wouldn't read
Couldn't
about
script
it.
it, Scotty.
Linwood coaches must be thinking about some subs now. I'd say some of their forwards do look a little bit tired here. I wonder if they will make some subs.
You're right, they are. Some of those tight end forwards.
Yep.
And rightly so. It's been such a dry track. They will be absolutely exhausted. Bug it out there. As we see, they go for the deep kick-off here. And Miyake, they go to Nihi Manihira, who's taken in a big tackle. Referee not happy with it.
It's a high tackle.
He's saying it's a high shot. And Linwood, they need to get their act together here because things have really swung. They really need to get themselves together. Not out.
Play.
That's they won't be happy with that, Marist Albion. And McGregor absolutely slams that back. So Marist Albion will still get a chance in the line out.
Yeah, just Linwood's discipline. Just let them down twice underneath the goalpost.
Five.
And then that play there,
Sub.
just get a little bit higher on the tackle.
Substitution coming on for Linwood. Israel
Just 2
Mulvale
tackle heights, okay?
Mulvale's come on. Yeah,
coming on.
Joe Simpson-Smith played really well. He looked
Heavy.
like he took an injury just on that try
Time
that Marist
on.
scored.
He's been good today, indeed.
Very
Simpson
good.
Smith, as we see, deafening down here on the sideline. He's won another one. He has won another opposition line out to Bascik Thomas.
Fantastic.
And Walter Huiara, he looks like a back. I think he's played, I believe you said he's played in the midfield before.
Yeah, he played for New Brighton as a midfield back
He's
5 or
been
6
real
years
good.
ago.
Here we go, McGregor. McGregor's a hard man to
He's a
take
hard
down.
man.
No, White, no.
Defence here from Marist Albion. They had to make the tackle. As we see, straight on and straight into the action. Love to see it. Mulvale now with a ball. What a comeback that's been mounted here. A brilliant 20 minutes from Marist Albion in the second half. Having that belief. Of course, we're just having a look at the scores here. We've got 22-20. My understanding was Shun's slotted that
22-all,
conversion.
which
I would have thought it'd be 22-all looking at the scoreboard here,
Double check that.
ladies and gentlemen. So we'll just come back to you on that one. Here we go, O'Donovan putting a very competitive up and under through, and here come Linwood looking to pounce on it. Marist Albion have done a bit. They've done a lot actually to get back and win that, but Linwood have got
Turnover
it.
again.
Here they go. Do they decide to go wide? They do. Centerfold fight Tawa. Got to get it wide. Jennings holding it. Will he give it to his winger? He does. A huge tackle made, a critical tackle made on Sean Robinson. Had to be made.
Shun
Big
Miyake.
play. Shun Miyake, Marist Albion.
Fantastic
They look
defence.
dangerous for all money. Jennings did the right thing. Incredible defence shown there from Marist Albion.
A couple of turnovers there again. Someone's down there for Marist on the far side. Is it the
Could be
left winger?
Rawlings.
Rawlins?
Oh,
Well, that could be
hard to
Rawlins.
see. It's right on the far side of the field.
Oh, great turnover. Linwood, they look dangerous. Every time they get the ball, they look very dangerous.
Tell you what, I'm hoping they set up their scoreboard. It's starting to niggle me here unless we've missed something, Scotty.
I'm pretty sure it's 22-all, but we did double check that.
Yeah.
Penalty.
Oh, penalty, Linwood. That's a big play. Big play there from Linwood, of course, congratulating the man who has come on the field, and he started well, Mulvale. Wins aside the penalty. What are you thinking here? Surely a line-out drive, Scotty.
They'll slow it down. They'll have a big discussion. Tapasu and Jennings will have a discussion here.
Yeah, they'll be in no rush here.
Getting the lead in the final is always critical, I think. I think they'll go for points here. Pretty sure they will. No, looks like they're going to tap it.
Oh,
No.
so what is going on here? We're waiting to see.
No.
Looks like some sort of tap play. I thought they were just going for a line out, but Not to be. O'Donovan. Antonio. Still with it. Thomas. Hoiata. Walter Hoiata. Marist Albion trying to get... Oh, they've got it! That is a big steal there. Took a minute or two, or I should say a second or two, and referee awards it. That is a huge play defensively from the Marist Albion side.
7 for Marist. I'm pretty sure he got that turnover there, and he's been fantastic today. Marist line has struggling though. That's not out from Sean.
Yeah, 22 all here. This one, and not out. They'll be disappointed not to put that out. Now Linwood will look to open it up. Faitawa the centre. Runs straight, runs hard. O'Donovan. That's a huge run. Look at Horgan almost going straight through. Jaden Horgan, Rover, Jennings, McGregor. McGregor pops it. They've had to go back here. Steele's done really well. Steele's done immensely well. Marist, it's a penalty for a high shot. Be interested to see if Jennings does. No, it's looking like it's far too far out. Too far to the side. Thought Jennings may have possibly thought about a shot. Still time to go. Unfortunately, a player being stretched off here for Marist Albion. Just waiting on confirmation that is Cameron Rawlings. Very sad to see him being taken.
Rawlings is still out there. So
Rawlings is still out there, so it's got to be Alex Schubach. So it should be a waiting to see. Yeah, Jake Keenan's come on. Wonderful player. Of course, scored the winning try against these two teams in the round robin game. Jake Keenan, who has come on. Of course, Marist Albion, they will be dreaming of another final success. Burnside in 2021. Old Boys in 23, they'll want to add to that. In the meantime, back to it. Rover. Bit of confusion. Oh, they've made a right meal of that, Linwood. They'll be really disappointed with that, Scotty. They just could not get it together.
Big Gus Farnham that put a lot of pressure on Thomas there. A lot of calls we made. I don't know whether the Marist side were yelling out the different calls there, but both sidelines are up.
Let's go, Lost!
A lot of intensity in both camps here. The crowd's massive on the far side of the field.
Here we go, Benny!
Just a niggle part of the game now with 15 to go, 22 all. A few mistakes been made by both sides.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of nerves out there right now.
Marist will be looking to kick down the middle of the field again. They'll play a blindside play here again, and then they'll get Elliot Smith to kick down the middle of the field, I'm sure.
Big scrum coming from Linwood, massive scrum from Linwood. Marist Albion do enough though. Nice play from Miyake. Beautiful wide ball, and they look to use the wide channels, and not the pass I would have personally been looking for. That puts your team under a bit of pressure there. Scotty, of course, still 15 to go, but they had the right idea, just didn't fully execute it.
Yeah, new player coming on for half for Jake Keenan, who normally is a midfield back.
19 on here. George Gunn. Yeah, sorry, you were saying normally is a midfield back.
Yeah, so on the wing it's a totally different position. George Gunn going on now, good young cricketer. Played for Canterbury B this year in cricket, so he started playing late in the season for Marist, so a good acquisition to come on at this late in the game.
What a final for Matahu's had.
Oh, he's had a great season.
Gutsy, he looks like he's played every minute of the game as well.
He looks very sore.
Coming off pretty ginger, and he's well and truly done his job for his side today. Antonio, some beautiful work off the line. Linwood with a little inside ball there, not bad play. Walter Hoiata again, such a ball player.
He's played well, Walter.
Linwood looking to set things up. Thomas, they go to Rover. Marist Albion again looking to get over that. They're going to have to really commit numbers to the ruck here, Linwood, because Marist Albion have been lower than a snake's belly getting over the ball today. Jennings, McGregor. Faitawa, the centre, causing real mayhem here for the Linwood Bulls. Getting over the game line. Nice run here from, of course, Montvale. Linwood, Marist Albion, staunch defending. They've jumped over that again. Competing, it will be a penalty. Now this will be an interesting call here, Scott.
You've got to go points here.
Do they go points in a final at 22 all?
You want to head the lead, 100%. You want to head the lead here. Josh will knock this
Jennings
over.
will back himself from here.
Yeah, he will.
Yep. You've picked it, of course, 22, playing 22, 14 minutes remaining. Scenes down here.
But Linwood's a team look very good. A lot of inside ball there off the line out, stuff they haven't probably done all this year. Put a lot of pressure on the Marist defence this late in the game, and they earned the penalty there. Well done to Linwood. The last 5 minutes they've been down the centre of the field. They get the reward here with a chance to take the lead. Just let the crowd tell you if this goes over or not. I'm sure they will.
The running games of both teams today have been second to none when they've held on to the ball. simply quite scintillating.
It's been great.
Forwards and backs. All just genuine ball players, as we see here. Jennings will know very shortly if he has slotted this one. Absolutely he has. Ladies and gentlemen, Linwood out to a lead here. 25 now playing 22. 13 minutes remaining in this Bascik Transport Metro Premier competition.
So great that both teams are so tight. We're the last 10 minutes of the season. Anyone can win it. Fantastic.
Huiara. It's nice work from Linwood there off the kick-off. Antonio, it would have been interesting if he had actually got that ball away there.
They look like they had numbers out to the right.
And they'll look to get rid of that. They won't want to play in their own half, as we can see Jennings washing that back down. And here we go, Miyake. What's he got for us? Lovely inside ball. That's beautiful running here from Marist Albion. Money here. And a big penalty to Linwood. That was such a well-timed run. Marist Albion had everything right. Some great pressure coming on from Linwood there at the tackle.
Ben O'Donovan, I think, might have been involved in that. Great play, Ben O'Donovan. Little halfback.
And Jennings makes sure of it, banks it. Tell you what, Scotty, we've got a bit that could be happening. I'm sure we'll see a few more twists and turns and fireworks in this one here.
This is where Linwood will come into their own. They play this area of the field. If they've got a lead 25-22, these last minutes, Linwood will play very well. Very sensitive, they'll play very tight, and they'll wind the clock down.
Rover finds Steele, O'Donovan, Jennings, Huiara. Thomas.
Yeah, fantastic, boy.
Beautiful work here from Thomas. Now they go wide. Faitawa. Some big pressure coming on here from Marist Albion. Linwood doing enough. Oh, crunching tackle. Antonio's done well to hold on to that. That's some big staunch defence here from Marist Albion. And now they go, of course, he's added some impact, Mulvale.
He is.
Since he's come on, O'Donovan.
Dangerous
Jennings.
here.
Jennings to the line. Rover. Rover now. Marist Albion seem to have ripped it away here. A bit of pressure was coming on from Linwood, though, who are attacking the ruck heavily. They go to the short side, and Miyake will look to get rid of that. Luckily, Jennings is back. He's got a bit of work to do, though. Marist are chasing, Marist are hounding. And they need a halfback here, Linwood. Will Marist Albion push over the ball? They have. They've stolen it. But it's a penalty to Linwood. Big play in this game here. 11 minutes remaining. Scotty.
I think there was a call from the touch judge there. Pretty sure Dan Moore's going to keep that play. I think the touch judge.
May have been Will on the touch judge.
Hands were used in the turnover.
Top.
A couple of turnovers there. Limit on attack, looking dangerous. Critical turnover.
Be disappointed there potentially, Jennings. What could be wrong? He might have wanted a little more distance on that.
The angle probably was a little bit too.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy angle. It's easy for me to say as well. I'm not a kicker, but just didn't. He might have wanted to get slightly more possession there off that penalty kick. But I think the key for them will just be looking to win the line out and back themselves as we see a few changes.
Big Gus
Big John O'Callaghan's come on as well for Marist Albion. And Big Gus has come off. What a game he has had. Gus Farnan, tremendous player over the past few years for Marist Albion. A brilliant final we are witnessing here. I'll tell you what, McGregor, what's he got for us? Now they go to Palamo. PJ Palamo, Marist putting pressure on again at the breakdown. Linwood still with the ball in hand, looking dangerous as ever.
Very dangerous.
Huiara. O'Donovan, does he go for a snipe? No, Rover decides to plug that short side. Keegan McGregor up towards the 22-metre line. Hot on attack here, the green and blacks of Linwood. Look to hold the ball and take this up to the 22-metre line. O'Donovan. Horgan still on the field, amazingly. 70 minutes into the game.
Props are on. Here we go.
Is still on the field. Senefo, you're right, they do not make many substitutions, so want a penalty here, Thomas. Oh, penalty, Marist Albion, big play. 71 in.
Was it Frankie Bates again, was it?
Once again, attacking the ruck.
He just missed the
That
clean.
Frankie Bates again.
Josh Jennings missed the clean on Sampson as he carried then, which gave Frankie Bates a chance to have a crack at the ball. Must be his third or fourth turnover today. Fantastic by the young seven for Marist. He's keeping them in the game here. Limmer look very good on attack then.
They do, they look red hot, and Marist Albion have had to get themselves out of jail a few times, and they've done it well. Deafening, absolutely deafening here for the line out. You are not going to hear the call. They're going to look to get this right, and they go short. Quite a sensible play there from Marist Albion, keeping it away from Bascik Thomas. As we see the green and whites heading up towards the halfway line. What a final we're witnessing. Elliott Smith, a man who can take a game of light at any time, unable to hold on to a chance here for Linwood. O'Donovan, they want to get on with it. Jennings pounds that forward. Big kick and some real pressure here. Collardale's got a bit of work to do. Steele putting one heck of a chase on, and they go back. Shun's got a bit of time. Will he look to open things up here? He's got plenty of space. Will he look to just run around the prop? Yep, he's your guy for it. Beautiful run there from Shun Miyake. He's done really well to get his side out of jail. Linwood did well coming through. Critical tackle made here from Bascik Thomas. But nice work here from the Marist Albion side. Stephen Phillips now with the ball. Phillips finds Leitu. Bobby Leitu pouring their way up towards the halfway line. John O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan had come on. Linwood looking to attack the ruck. Nice clean here from Marist Albion. They go to Pratt. 25 points to 22. 7 minutes still to go on this one. Miyake's found a prop. Can he get through? That's a really nice tackle there. Mua Paseta. Miyake doing what he can. Smith, magic play here from Marist Albion. Now they're really going forward. That's brilliant rugby. Knowing and having the nous to basically get back up and play that again. Elliott Smith up towards the 22-metre line, surges over it. Here they come, hot on attack. Some big defence needed here from Linwood. Marist Albion, they'll want to score a try here. They'll want to mount an attack and score. They'll want points in this one. 74 minutes gone in this final. 25 playing 22. O'Callaghan, barnstorming game since he's come onto the field. Phillips, Miyake. Money header. Horgan attacking. Horgan's got over that. Marist Albion hold on to it though. Couldn't do enough. And they put their hands up for obstruction here. Linwood not happy. They've got it.
Oh, massive.
They've got the penalty. That is a massive penalty in the grand scheme of this game for Linwood because Marist Albion were attacking well. I'll tell you what, we are seeing some quality rugby here, Scotty.
Bascik Thomas again, he's the one that turned it over then. Great attack by
play
Marist.
from the lock.
Elliott Smith, Zach Healy, great carries. But the man for the occasion, Bascik Thomas, I'm not sure how old he is, but he is playing like a 21-year-old here today. He has been inspirational for Linwood.
He's as good as they get when it comes to club rugby, guys like him.
He's just talking now. He's just saying, slow the ball down, guys. He's a fantastic leader. And that's a critical turnover underneath the goalposts.
A lot of these forwards for Linwood must be absolutely out on their feet. We talked about them not making a lot of substitutions where they don't have to. They will be tired. Marist Albion have made a few more subs. Their impact has been massive. Incredible, Marist Albion. But these Linwood starters are showing so much heart and ticker to keep their side in the game. Here we go, line out. Rover goes down to the back. Beautiful. Chris take from Thomas. Now they go to Jennings. Walter Huyara. Runs it hard. O'Donovan. Looking at Scotty here smiling. You just don't know what's ahead of us.
This is
feels
fantastic.
like an age ahead of us in the next 5 minutes, and this is what we want, viewers. What a game so far. Linwood got it safely trapped at the back. O'Donovan just looking to slow things down slightly there, using Horgan. They'll just look to keep the ball in hand by the looks here, the Linwood side to pass.
They're very good at this, Linwood. They're going to be hard to stop from here on.
See O'Donovan. O'Donovan now deciding probably a bit hard to play 5 minutes with the ball, and that is a big handling. That kick, huge kick there from Linwood in the grand scheme of things. As we see the number 16 coming onto the field there, some great pressure, Scotty.
Great pressure, great kick from Ben O'Donovan. I actually thought Linwood might have held onto the ball a little bit longer. The great kick from Ben O'Donovan, a bad mistake by Cam Rawlins. Unfortunately for Marist, they have made some critical mistakes today, which has hurt them up to this point. Game's not over yet.
No, a few of these handling errors they'll be, I'm sure regretting, but still in the game. 4 minutes, what a game from Rover. Celeste
fantastic game.
He has been nothing short of inspirational for this Linwood side. And Marist Albion, some of the errors or not, handling errors or not, they are still in this final. They've clawed it back magnificently well. Some real pressure on defensively. They'll be looking for turnover ball, I'm sure. And Linwood, what a scrum from Linwood. Hot on attack. Thought they might have been potentially looking to scrum it for a penalty. Always hard though. Got to have a very dominant scrum. Both props, as you said, still on the field. Here they go to Bascik Thomas. Here come Linwood. Ball in hand, Amua Paseta. Linwood with the ball. Just looking here, 3.5 minutes remaining. In fact, they've got it, O'Donovan.
Going to be hard
O'Donovan,
to get the
Walter Huiara. Huiara doing well. They go to steal. Linwood now with it. Just be looking to set this up. O'Donovan looking very composed at the base. Taking up where Chalkland left off. Marist Albion so far defending exceptionally well. But a red-hot Linwood team we've seen today with it heading towards the 20-metre line. Their leader, their legend, Bascik Thomas.
This is where Linwood is so good. It's going to be hard for Marist to
Here
get the
come
ball
the
from
Bulls,
here.
rumbling it up. Just really taking their time here. 2.5 minutes remaining here. Berated breath from many at the Apollo Project Stadium. The Metro Premier's final. What a game of fireworks we've seen. McGregor, now they go wide to Faitawa. They want to get over this. Marist Albion looking to attack the ruck very staunchly. And still with it, some big defence coming in. Of course, Tom Thine, who has come on for his Linwood side, still holding it. Scotty's talked about how good they are.
They'll be hard to
strong
come
they
back
are
the blind
at
here.
holding on. Couple of minutes remaining here, and the Linwood Bulls heavily on attack. Walter Huiara with the ball. Oh, waiting to see.
Well, there was an advantage there.
Tell you what, watching Dan Moore very heavily here, of course. Anything happening, they'll be looking to get that back here. Once again, Chris. Oh, huge!
Wow.
They give him a leg up. Marist Albion, potentially one last chance in this final, and they're getting on with it. Have they got guys out wide? They go to Smith straight away. Marist Albion looking to move it wide. Be looking to run everything here. 1.5 minutes remaining in this final. 25 playing 22, rushing forward. It's the Linwood defence. This is Marist Albion's best game. Linwood could be in real grief. Here they come, Marist Albion heading towards the try line. Of course, they need a try to win it. Try to win this game. And a big tackle made on him. And they want to make something happen. Marist Albion, Smith, Phillips, their experienced campaigners really coming into this.
Turnover.
A minute to go. Have Linwood got the ball? Waiting to see if it's a turnover. It's not. Marist Albion still with the ball. A minute to go in this final. They'll just be looking to hold off. They will not want to give a penalty away here to Marist Albion. Still cutting it up. Smith, Phillips. They've got numbers on the outside. Smith looks like he's through. Huge play from Marist Albion. Seconds away. What a final we have witnessed today. This is quite something. They are in real trouble if they go wide here. Linwood look in absolute bits. They're going to have to defend incredibly astutely here. Linwood looking to get over the ball. They're looking to put pressure on, watching the referee. 15 seconds left in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Marist Albion hot on attack. Phillips holding it at the base. Pratt. Marist Albion. Phillips looking to find O'Callaghan. Edging towards the try line. Marist Albion, Linwood looking to get over the ball. What's the referee calling? He's saying play on. Frankie Mates, they go wide. Miyake now having a go. Linwood looking to get over it. Still with it, Marist Albion. Smith. Inches away.
Got to get the ball out to Martino out here.
Inches away. Do they want to go wide? The winger is unwide. Collardow. Marist Albion looking to maul this up and win the game on full time on the hooter against what has been an incredible Linwood side. And here they go attacking again. Marist Albion, can they get the ball back? What's the referee saying? He's saying it's play on it. Smith, he goes inches away. Can they hold him up? The Linwood side they have. Still with the ball. They've just got to get it wide. Miyake over Marist Albion. Shun Miyake takes it on the hooter for Marist Albion. What a try!
Wowee. Linwood have done everything to win this game today, and Marist have gone and done what they've done all season. And
What
Shubiaki.
a game.
What a game of club footy, and the Marist sideline are going off, the crowd are going off. What a way to end the season. Hearts go out to Linwood.
Hearts massively out to Linwood. They have done everything to win this final, and Marist Albion never say die. Keep coming and
You
coming.
picked it at half time, Donny. You said Elliott Smith will be a critical person in this game, and he has done that. He must have carried the ball 5 or 6 times in that way.
Huge. As we see Miyake misses the conversion. Doesn't matter. Look at the pandemonium down here. The green and white of Marist Albion congratulating their side on full time. They have won this game 27-25. We have had it all, ladies and gentlemen. What a finish. Some huge play, Scotty, from Marist Albion at the end. Showing